What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one of the most hyped gaming handhelds of 2025, the Lenovo Legion Go 2. After months of teasers and leaks, Lenovo has finally confirmed that it's launching this October, starting at $1,099. And trust me, there's a lot to unpack here. From upgraded hardware to that brand new OLED screen, the Legion Go 2 looks like a serious contender in the handheld gaming market. Let's break it all down. So, in case you missed it, the Lenovo Legion Go 2 was actually previewed way back at CES 2025 earlier this year. At the same time, AMD announced its brand new Z2 Extreme APU. That chip has been the talk of the gaming PC world ever since, and now it's finally going to power a retail device you can actually buy. The Legion Go 2 comes in two main versions. One, a base model with the standard AMD Z2 APU, priced at $1,099. Two, a higher-end model with the Z2 Extreme, which is also going to power the Asus ROG Ally X. And depending on how much you're willing to spend, you can configure it with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD. Here's how the pricing breaks down. Base model, Z2 APU plus 16 gigabytes RAM, $1,099. Z2 Extreme model, $1,349. Fully maxed out model with 32 gigabytes RAM and 1 terabyte SSD, $1,479. Now, if you remember, the original Legion Go launched in October 2023 at just $699, so yeah, this is a pretty big price jump, but we are getting a lot of upgrades here. One of the biggest improvements, and honestly the most exciting one, is the new 1200p OLED display. Yes, the resolution is technically a downgrade from the original 1600p display on the first Legion Go. But let's be real, that 1600p panel was overkill for the hardware inside. A lot of people, including reviewers, complained that the system just couldn't consistently drive games at that resolution. So, by dropping down to 1200p, Lenovo is actually doing us a favor. You're still getting sharper than 1080p visuals, but more importantly, the OLED panel means deeper blacks, punchier colors, and way better contrast. For handheld gaming, that's a big win. Now let's talk power. The AMD Z2 Extreme chip is expected to bring a significant jump in gaming performance over the first-gen Legion Go. We're talking smoother frame rates, better handling of demanding AAA titles, and more efficiency overall. Pair that with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD, and this handheld basically starts creeping into full-on gaming laptop territory, except you can literally carry it around in your bag. Of course, we'll need to see real-world benchmarks once reviews drop, but on paper, this thing looks like it's built to handle modern PC gaming without too many compromises. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. $1,099 is a lot of money, and yeah, it really is. Especially when you consider that the Steam Deck starts at under $400, and even the first Legion Go was just $699. But here's the thing. Handheld gaming PCs are moving fast, and these new chips aren't cheap. Plus, Lenovo seems to be positioning the Legion Go 2 more as a premium gaming handheld, not just a budget competitor. Whether or not the performance and OLED display justify that price hike is going to depend on reviews and real-world testing. We also can't ignore the fact that Lenovo isn't alone here. The handheld gaming market is heating up with devices like the Asus ROG Ally X and Valve's continued success with the Steam Deck OLED. The ROG Ally X in particular is interesting because it's going to be powered by the same AMD Z2 Extreme chip as the Legion Go 2's higher-end model. So gamers are going to be comparing these two devices side by side: design, ergonomics, battery life, and of course price. So, is the Lenovo Legion Go 2 worth getting hyped about? Honestly, yes. The OLED display alone is a huge improvement, and with AMD's new Z2 Extreme under the hood, we're looking at one of the most powerful handheld gaming PCs ever made. But the real question is it worth $1,099 or even $1,479 if you go all in? That's something we'll only know once we see benchmarks, battery life tests, and hands-on reviews. For now, though, it's safe to say that Lenovo is making a statement. They're not just competing with Valve and Asus anymore, they're trying to set the standard for high-end handheld gaming. Alright guys, that's everything we know so far about the Lenovo Legion Go 2, launching this October. What do you think? Is $1,099 way too much for a handheld? Or do you think the OLED screen and Z2 Extreme performance make it worth it? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this breakdowns, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tech updates, and I'll see you in the next one.